cold. Oh, we've got Florida in the house, Ontario, a lot of Canadians.
A lot of
Okay.
Canadians, yes.
Okay. Canadians. Alberta, we've got a lot of Canadians. Nova Scotia, Hartford, Connecticut, Ontario, LA. Good morning, LA. All right. New Jersey. Go Jays.
Yes, yes.
Okay. All right. Michigan.
I'm a Toronto girl, hometown.
All right.
All right, yes, it's a big night for well, last night was a big night.
I guess
Anyway,
so. Yeah.
everyone's
Yeah,
tired in
yeah,
Toronto right
yeah.
now. All of the Canadians are tired. We've been up really late.
Giving up all, up partying.
That's it. That's it.
Uh-huh.
All right, everyone. I just want to welcome everybody. I think we're going to get started here. John, you've been amazing for joining us today. We're so happy. I feel like everybody knows our friend John Cather, and of course Jessica Berman, who is, also part of Elite Island Resorts. But today we
Right.
have John here to help us out, and we're going to learn all about the new updates of the reopening of the Pineapple
Right.
Resort in Antigua. And I'm so happy to hear this because it's an iconic resort in Antigua. And John, I have to tell you, there's a restaurant there where people leave their names on signs.
There is.
And
There
we've
is.
had many of our friends go down there, but one of our friends were there just before it closed for renovations and they put a sign up and they sent us pictures of it. So it's like iconic everywhere.
Everywhere, you guys. There's flags. There is Canadian flags up there, like five of them, like full-size flags. So yes, the Canadians are well represented at Pineapple Beach Club.
Well, and you know what? Actually, it's a great little segue because today we have what we call our mega webinars,
Okay.
and we have Canadians and US agents
We've got
on from all
everyone.
over. So we have you guys covered today. So thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much. And I also just want to say to all of our spoiled agents, we really, really appreciate you guys joining us today. And don't forget, John, you and Jessica have been super generous because there's a lucky spoiled agent that's going to win a 3 night stay to go see the renovated Pineapple
There
Resort.
is. That is fantastic. Yeah, yeah.
Woohoo!
And it's not like it's going to expire like at the end of the year. It's going to be for next summer. So we've got plenty of time to plan. It's not like, this is going to be expiring at the end of the year, which so many of them are. What good is this going to do me? So now you've got some time to plan. Come see us in Antigua and hope
Amazing.
that
I
you
made a
take
fire. I
advantage
love
of it.
someone just did a fire emoji. I love it. And so if you get an email from us, next week, because we're near the end of the week, open it up because it's good news because you're going to be
That's right.
gone to see it. And you can
That's
let us
right.
all know how fabulous the Pineapple Resort is. Even it was before and even more now. So a
Yeah.
couple of housekeeping. We're recording this session for everybody. It's going to be live right now on YouTube. It's going to be on John and Jessica's page a little bit later on Spoiled Agent. Just go down to hotels and click on Elite Island Resorts. Also, please, it's just John and I today. So if you have any questions that have not been answered, please only add them to the Q&A so we can take them so we can end on time. So you
Right.
guys can get back to selling Elite Island Resorts, okay?
Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It won't take much of your time, but let's just make it a chat about everything going on at Pineapple Beach Club and in Antigua.
Well, it looks like Sherry on Zoom says she just booked a trip there.
Fantastic.
Oh,
Fantastic, Sherry. Thank you for
and
that.
Regina said that this place is absolutely amazing. And Allison on Zoom said pineapple is one of my favorite beaches on the island.
Oh, you guys, it is.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Okay, well, listen,
Yeah. A
sir, I'm going to
little.
let you take this over, give us our updates. I'm going to see
Okay.
everyone at the Q&A. Please, the
Perfect.
Q&A is only for questions, not hellos or where you're from. That's for the chit chat, okay? So we can help John out with the questions today. So fabulous, John. I'll see you in a bit, bud.
All right, it's just you and me, girl. No, it's all of us, and I'm really happy to be here. Jessica asked me to step in at the last minute, so if I'm a little rambled or a little unorganized, well, we're here to talk about pineapple. Let me tell you a little bit about pineapple. Pineapple is really of the elite properties. It really, really is near and dear to my heart. I was so lucky. I was lucky enough to move to Antigua in 1987. I'm not showing my gray hair here, am I? But in 1987, I moved and worked at Pineapple Beach Club, and it was really, and still is, absolutely one of, I'm going to say, just the best resorts in the Caribbean, if not absolutely in Antigua. It's got a unique vibe about it. And if you've sold it or you've had guests who've been there before, they're probably going to come back to you next year and book again. We've got a fantastic repeat ratio at Pineapple Beach Club. We've got guests who've been coming, honestly, since I worked there in 82, in 87. I've got some guests who actually are still coming back every year. Not many, but a few. So it does have a lot of history in Antigua. If you know that, we took the property in the 80s. Yes, we sold it. After several years, it went to Sandals. It went to it was a Mexican brand. So we and then luckily enough, we got it back. So and we're really happy to have done a lot of work, a lot of refurbishment to the property over the years. And so what we'll do is we'll go over some of those changes. I can show you some of the new assets and some of the new changes at the resort. But a lot of photography has not been released yet. So I just don't have much of it. But I'll show you what I've got. But let's first, if you've never sold Antigua, just a little bit of history about and where we're located. Antigua is 108 square miles. It is south of, it's about 3 hour flight south of Miami, and we do have right now we've got regular flights actually twice daily from Miami. We've also got flights daily from JFK on American. We've got flights out of Newark. We've got, of course, Atlanta, Delta. So for the Canadians, we are serviced by WestJet. Of course, Air Canada Vacations as well as Sunwing. So we've got some pretty good lift coming into the destination, direct flights, easy access, and of course English speaking. So it's really easy to get in and out of Barbados. I mean, in and out of Antigua. Sorry for that. In and out of Antigua. We've got one of the best airports in the Caribbean as well. A new airport, easy access. You download the app, you whiz right through customs and immigration. So it's really, really a very easy island to sell. It should be. Again, 108 square miles. So it's fairly small. You can get around the island in a day. Take a taxi or rent a car if you're up for a little bit of adventure. It's really fun to get around the island. Fairly undeveloped. Let's just say that the stop signs on the island are goats. Goats and donkey crossings are pretty typical. We are at Pine, but we're here to talk about Pineapple Beach Club today. The city code for Antigua is ANU. That is the VC Bird International Airport, and it is in the up at the north side of the island, right near the capital city of St. John's. So you fly into VC Bird International Airport, wherever you're coming from, your direct flight right into Antigua, and then we are at Pineapple Beach, which you'll see is over on the northeastern tip of the island. It is maybe the lesser developed side of the island, but that all adds to the atmosphere and the beauty of the island. The resort is, as you know, is for Pineapple Beach Club. Let's see if I can get the slides to go forward. And they're not going for some reason. Okay. We are 180 rooms. We've got 3 restaurants and 2 grills, 5 bars, pickleball, 6 pickleball courts for your pickleball groups, guys. This is the perfect property. We've got 6 pickleball courts. They are lit for night use. We've got a fantastic groups program, so feel free to check out pickleball and any sort of groups, maybe girlfriends getaways. This is a great property. It is for adults, and by adults, we mean 16 and older. So it's not really always adults. You can act like kids if you want, but it is for 16 and up. We do have most of the rooms are only with a king size bed. We've got 5 different categories at the property, and we'll go through all of those. But of course, they have the standard amenities that you would expect. There's 3 swimming pools at the resort. You've got all the water sports that are also included, and the non-motorized, the non-motorized water sports. So several different room categories at the resort. The pool terrace is the lead-in room category, and I think I have a picture of the pool terrace. It is a smaller room. Oops, sorry. It's a smaller room, and it does not have that great of a view. It's almost like you're in the French Quarter or something in New Orleans. It's 2-story and each with a balcony, and you're overlooking the grounds and a common area, and there's a pool in that area as well. So you've really got a nice little quaint area, and that's in the pool terrace. And then the other room categories, that's a pool terrace as well. It's a king size bed. As you can see, the vegetation outside. And then we've got garden view rooms, which are just a little step up. There's not really that much. It's really easy to upsell your clients at this resort because there's not much of a price difference in the various rooms. We've got an ocean view room category, which is actually up on the hillside with a fantastic view, and each of them do have private balconies. This is the beachfront category, obviously right on the beach. These rooms also with the king bed. We do have a few, and this is just a secret between you and I. There's a few rooms in the garden, and there's a few rooms on the beach that have 2 double beds, but you have to request it. It is a request only. We do tend to pull, we're not couples only, but we do tend to pull people who don't mind sleeping together because all of the rooms are a king size bed, or most of them. This is the Ocean View Junior. It's a premium Ocean View. It's a larger room. Again, it's a 2-level room. So you come in, and then you've got a separate sitting area and a large king size bed. Walk-in showers are throughout the property, and then we just recently refurbished our waterfront rooms. Now, this is actually the chairman's suite. There's only one chairman's suite on the property, and that room category is only available on through our direct online through our call center. The tour operator, since there's only one, it is not carried by anyone else but direct. But then we've also recently refurbished, that's the bathroom of the chairman's suite. We've recently refurbished the waterfront rooms, and they all now have a nice walk-in shower. If you're familiar with the hotel and that category, it's the oldest category in the resort. It now has been refurbished. And let me see if I can find a good picture of those rooms. No, I don't. I've got some later on, I guess. It's built right on the edge of the ocean. So you have a fantastic view of the water, the maximum amount of privacy. Your balcony extends right to the water's edge. And again, those rooms have all been redone. And I think I should have some other pictures of those later on. We've got a variety of restaurants at the hotel. We have recently, this is the Topaz restaurant. This is Chef Petro's, which is the Italian restaurant. If you remember and you see some old pictures of it, it was all a red interior, Italian style with the gingham tablecloths. So obviously that's all been redone, and it is enclosed now. So it's only open for dinner. So in the evenings, you still have that fantastic view. These windows were once open, and all we've done is glass them in, and it is air conditioned. So it really does add to the ambiance and a beautiful, beautiful location. Only open again, as I said, for dinner, and that's Chef Petro's. Topaz Restaurant is also, this is Topaz Restaurant. It is still open air. Now, it looks like there might be glass in these windows, but it is open air and it is right on the beach. I mean, you are right there on the sand. If you spilled your cup of coffee on that ledge, I mean, it goes right onto the sand. So you're really, really sitting there right in the for breakfast, lunch, and for dinner. It's right on the edge of the ocean and fantastic views. Breakfast every morning, you can sit there and watch the pelicans dive for their breakfast. I mean, it's just a really, really fantastic setting. Gorgeous, gorgeous spot. We also have the another restaurant that's only open for in the evening, and that's the Pelican Grill. It is by reservation only, but that's only because of the size of it. And then we also have Orchids, which is also only open in the evenings. So we've got a few different restaurants throughout the evening. Now, Orchids is our fine dining restaurant. So if you want something special, maybe a proposal or just it's an anniversary or something like that, then we do offer the Orchids, which is by reservation only, and that's our fine dining restaurant. The cost for that is $50 per person, additional, and it's easily just applied to your room tab. Of course, the famous outhouse is also very, very well known. Now, that doesn't look like much, does it? But when we're talking about the signs that you can take or that you can have you can bring down your pre-made sign, or we've got some lumber there and you can scratch out your name on, and it's always fun. Put your name and Ottawa or wherever you're from there. And as I said, there's a lot of Canadian representation, but really we see signs and flags from all over the world because our guests are really from everywhere. But it's really interesting to go up to the outhouse, and the outhouse is also obviously it's included. The outhouse has a little history to it. One of the few hurricanes that ever hit Antigua was Hurricane Hugo, and I think that was about 87 or 88. And I was working at the hotel at the time. We all evacuated. Oh, it was a big deal. But the resort didn't really have much damage, but there was a lot of rubble that kind of blew up on this, that kind of just ended up on this hillside adjacent to the resort. And so we kind of brought all the rubble together and would just sit up there at night. Well, there was no electricity in the resort after the hurricane, and so we would, meaning the staff and those of us who lived on property, would just go up to the hill every night, and we had a cold cooler of beer. We had um, cans of whatever was that we could find, we could scrape together. Usually we do a barbecue. We had an open barbecue there. And that just became our evening activity. And one day the owner came up on his golf cart and said, "Well, what are you guys doing up here?" And well, we had one guy had a guitar, we had a guitar, we'd sing, it was the only entertainment. There was nothing else going on, and the resort was completely dark. We had very little, electricity. And so it became our night, our spot. And when the resort reopened, we actually continued that tradition of going up there every evening. And so eventually, it just became a lean-to shack. And we have a grill up there and some of the coldest beers that you will ever get in the Caribbean, with ice coming down the sides. And I mean, it's so really the outhouse is obviously part of the all-inclusive, and it's become now a very popular spot. And so that is open in the throughout the day. Um, and we put a flag up when the outhouse is open, when the ribs are ready, the chicken's ready. Why then the outhouse is open. And then when it's all gone, why then the flag comes down and everyone goes back. But anyway, that's a fun little spot there at the resort. The main bar is the Aqua Bar. And it has recently been redone. So the outhouse isn't the only bar. We've got quite a few bars around the property, but the outhouse is probably our most talked about. Doesn't photograph very well, but it is our most talked about. But when you're talking about real bars, the Aqua Bar is right on the edge of the beach. Fantastic setting, gorgeous bar. Recently, this was one of the upgrades that was done at the property. And so as you can see, and it is open all throughout the day and actually doesn't close until midnight. So there's a lot of, and then the adjacent snack bar is open as well until midnight. So we do have something available for the late night after dinner. And again, there's not a better setting than this fantastic bar. We've done some enhancements. If you've known the property before, this is just outside. It's our lending library area. And we've enhanced that. We've added the Aqua Bar is right there on the beach and right adjacent to the small quiet pool, and that's open all day as well. So we've got several bars and restaurants throughout the day that are open and until the late evening. Tickled Turtle Bar is the bar that is by the pool terrace rooms. So the pool terrace rooms, again, the entry level category, it does have its own little bar back there, and it's open throughout the day as well. So you've kind of got your own. It's not only just for the guests as well as the pools. Any guest can go to any pool throughout the property, and we've got 3 pools. The quiet pool, an infinity pool right on the edge of the ocean. And I think I've got another shot. Yeah, this is a more recent shot. Obviously not a professional shot, just taken with my camera, but this is since the refurbishment. So we've got a Baja shelf. There, as you can see, the built-in loungers right on the edge of the ocean. So, I mean, imagine you're sitting there in those loungers, the Baja Shelf loungers, sipping your pina colada, watching the pelicans dive. I mean, guys, come on. You can't get any more romantic and any more Caribbean, any more Antiguan than this. So it really is a fantastic setting and a beautiful beach. The main pool, and this is an old shot. I'll show you a more recent shot, which is here. So we've taken out the bridge. And this was just done. And that's why this next photo is only of my camera, and it was only taken 2 weeks ago. So we didn't even have the vegetation up, but we've taken out the bridge. We've tiled all this around the pool. We've put in cabanas, as you can see over here, the cabanas. This vegetation is now, we've put in big pots, big planters around it. So, and this is all newly tiled, and the cabanas around the main pool. So it really is, it's almost like a lush tropical paradise right there in the middle. I mean, it really is something right out of Costa Rica or something. It's really a gorgeous spot. Another pool is the Tickled Turtle Pool, which is for it's a smaller pool in the back of the resort by the pool terrace rooms. As I mentioned, it also has the Tickled Turtle Bar that we talked about, but that is, again, available for all guests, but it's really just right outside the door of the pool terrace rooms. But it is open throughout the day and for all the guests, but very few people are back there, so it's kind of your own little secret spot. I mentioned that we had redone the tiling, and sorry for the yellow. But again, I took these with my camera just 2 days ago, just as the hotel was reopening. So we've added extra seating space. And tiled this area, which was all open area right by the main pool and right on the edge of the bar. So that is adjacent to the aqua bar and the where you can get snacks throughout the day, and that is available all day throughout the day, and as I said, until late night. Again, another shot from a different area where we've added lounge chairs and or added seating. That beach. Pineapple Beach is truly a beachfront resort. And as I mentioned, it's 180 units. A quarter mile white sand beach. And it's that really fine sand that sinks up to your ankles and it's white like sugar. And it's a quarter mile white sand beach, and there's no other hotel on the beach. So by law, of course, all the beaches in Antigua are public. So you could have locals, you could have Antiguans who come and enjoy the beach, and but you don't have all those beach vendors, and you don't have a lot of non-hotel guests on the beach. Probably given our proximity, we are somewhat in a lesser traveled area. You have to be coming to the beach if you're coming out to Long Bay area. We're the only hotel on that or in that area. We've got Veranda across the street and Hammock Cove in that area, but that use that beach, it's only pineapple guests. So you've really got a quarter mile white sand beach, perfect for snorkeling. We're in a bay. So, and a lot of people are under the assumption that because we're on the quote Atlantic side, that the water's really rough and it's cold and there's seaweed. I mean, there's all these rumors and all these stories about our side of the island. Well, we prefer to keep it that way. We'll keep it just between you and I, but it is a fantastic beach. Seaweed's not really a problem. We are in a bay. So the bay is protected, and across the mouth of that bay is a reef. So you're not going to get any power boating, any jet skiing, or anything like that because, well, they're not going to come into the reef. That's no fun. So then you've got the calm, placid waters that are on the other side of that reef. So, okay, the Atlantic, it's out there doing its thing, but in our bay, in our cove, you don't have that rough water. You don't have a lot of traffic. As I said, you've really got your own spot to enjoy and relax and enjoy the beach. Spend all day at the beach. Our our crowd, and I hate to don't repeat me on this, but it's kind of a Jimmy Buffett crowd. It's a groupie, it's a real friends. You sit around that bar, there's nightly entertainment, there's a spa on the property. You can have treatments done there in the treatment rooms or on your balcony. So we do have the full service spa, of course, and nearby there's a lot of things to see and do around our side of the island. Devil's Bridge is adjacent to the property or within walking distance. We have a morning walk every morning to Devil's Bridge. We have nature walks. We have some unique activities, not your typical all-inclusive with the foam parties and all those things. It's a little bit more laid back. We call ourselves the most relaxed all-inclusive resort in Antigua, low key, low vibe. There is nightly entertainment. There's usually a live band or there a small combo band. It will quiet down by about 10:30, 11 o'clock. So it's not an all night disco type environment at all. As I said, we are adjacent to Devil's Bridge, which is a national park. It's a beautiful rock formation where the rocks, the waves come up and they've actually made a bridge. I'd recommend don't try to walk across it like some of the Instagrammers have done. Not very safe, but it is a beautiful spot to visit. We've got a lot of a full service activity staff who has all sorts of activities for you. As I mentioned, we have pickleball, which is huge, 6 pickleball courts, recently refurbished or recently resurfaced, and they are now open with lighting. I mentioned that pickleball is huge. Groups is quite large for us. We have our 6th room free if it goes under contract, and we do have we pay 15% to groups, and so that is a fairly big piece of our business. Otherwise, FIT bookings. Of course, we do tend to cater to couples, as I mentioned, 16 and up. We've got the tennis courts, we've got beach volleyball, we've got nightly activities, dance classes, there's cricket and croquet, there's a turtle sanctuary. So we've got a lot of things going on there at the property to see and do. Romance is big for us, of course. We don't really chase after the honeymoon market. We kind of leave that to sandals, but we do get weddings. We're not anywhere near doing a group of weddings. We'd never have more than one wedding a day. We might have one wedding a week, to be honest. But so weddings is a very special moment for us at the hotel. So if you do have guests that are looking to go away and get married, well, we do have a wedding package. And as I mentioned, it is the 6th room free. The wedding package is free depending on the category that you booked and the number of nights, but it is a standardized wedding package with all of the incidentals included, a basic cake, but you can always upgrade to different packages and different levels, and that all can be arranged by the guest services department. So feel free to send us your wedding business as well. But we really are in the honeymoon and the anniversary business. For our travel agents, we do give a 20% commission, as I mentioned, to our FIT business. Also, a $100 gift card, or for our Canadian guests, it's an Amex card or a $100 Amazon gift card. When you make your reservation, there's a form to fill out, so you can get that from us. And then you also, for every 7-night stay, you yourself as the booking agent get a free night at the property. So there's really lots of amenities, and there's really unique ways. Pineapple Beach Club. Again, we are all inclusive. We've got plenty of things to help you sell. Our Facebook group is Elite Travel Agent Community, so just go on there. You can get tips. You can learn from other travel agents who are selling the property or who have questions. That's really a good and helpful tool. Our product training is eliteislandsmedia.com. There you can pull all sorts of photography, any of the Canva presentations you can do. You can tailor to your agency and send out to your clients. So there are plenty of opportunities to sell, and plenty of things that you can partake in selling Pineapple Beach Club. So that does, I guess, come to the end of the presentation. I'm sorry, I'm not terribly familiar with this PowerPoint, but I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have. And I can see some of the questions here. So client arriving and celebrating in the chairman's suite, any renovations to the suite. The chairman's suite actually was not it did not have any major renovations to it. The chairman's suite is really our top level category. Again, only available when booking online. And one thing about our call center, it is open 7 days a week. I honestly don't care how you get your clients to Pineapple Beach Club. Book through your preferred supplier, book through us direct, whatever works for you. Our agents are happy to answer your questions. Our agents have all been to the properties. Our agency or our call center is open 7 days a week. So we're always available to help you answer questions, help you through the reservation process. However you get the clients to us, feel free to send me an email. My email is listed there, and Jessica or myself will always follow up with the guest. When you send us an email, when you send us a client and then send us an email, we put a note in the client's room upon arrival, just saying, "Welcome to Antigua on behalf of Donna at ABC Vacations." And it's just that little touch that solidifies our relationship, and that's very important, obviously, to Elite Island Resorts and to Pineapple Beach. That's what's kept us in business for so long, and thank you so much for that.
Oh, great.
Another question I see, what is the minimum drinking age? Legally, it's 18. And so if parents come and their children are 16, it will not be our responsibility to card or ask for any sort of identification. It really is up to the parents to monitor that. We don't take on that responsibility. So that is up to the parent to handle. Because our bartenders, our mixologists are not so used to asking for ID. I mean, why would they? So
For sure.
we don't ask for a key card. You don't wear a armband, anything like that. You go up and you order whatever you want to drink and whatever you want to eat. So that's just how it is. So it is up to the parents' responsibility to um, to take responsibility for their children or for their partner that they're
For
traveling with.
sure. John, there's a question from Kayleen. We're just going to go through these because there's quite a few of them here. But
Okay,
do
sure.
any of the rooms have tubs,
The
bathtubs?
Chairman's Suite has a tub. The premium ocean views still have a tub, but that's
Okay.
it.
Okay.
No,
And have
everything
the
else is
resort
shower.
added more umbrellas or tiki huts for shade?
Yes, on the beach there are tiki huts. There's also pagodas on the beach that you can use. And then around the pool there's all sorts of coverage. And of course there's palm trees on the beach as well.
Okay, fabulous. And Nick is asking, is the resort accessible, wheelchair accessible?
Good question. I have to be honest and say no,
Okay.
not by ADA requirements. Now, if you're traveling with someone who's partially ambulatory, who's in a wheelchair, who has a partner with them who's assistance, that sort of thing, oh, they're welcome. The hotel is fairly level. Book a beachfront room, the waterfront rooms, even the garden view. You may have a step going into the garden view, but we do have some rooms with no steps going into them, so it's a little easier. You can always request a ground floor, but again, that is a request. So just feel free to reach out to Jessica, myself. Again, let us know when you're booking, but we are not ADA compliant. We do have most everything is easy enough to get into. The main restaurant, all of that is without steps. Yeah.
Okay. And Susan's asking, she's got clients going on Monday. Amazing.
Yay.
So, is there anything she can do to get something placed in their rooms? A little special hello or anything?
Sure, yeah. Send me an email, and as I said, we put a welcome note in the room upon arrival. If you want something other than that, then I can guest service will be happy to follow up with you on that. Yeah.
Okay. And Donna's asking if there's elevators in the property.
No, ma'am. No, no elevators. No.
Okay. Susan says,
No.
thank you, John. Okay, let's see. We got lots. Let me just go back up here. I'm just
Sure.
trying to get through them. So Donna's asking, are there any local chefs that clients can book for private dinners like wedding receptions or events?
We do have, yes, we do have some private, if you a private function. There was a photo there of a large table on the beach for like set up for a wedding. But we also would have that available now. In-room dining, we don't have, but if you have, we could do a tailored menu for you
Oh,
for a private
nice.
function, yes. And then there are some spots around the property where you can have a private dinner. One very popular spot is up on the hillside overlooking the property. I don't have a shot of it, but it's the gazebo, which is up on the hillside. It's on a point, and so you're overlooking that beautiful beach, and it can be decorated at night. So that's a really special spot. We do dinners, we do private dinners up there. Of course, it's also a spot for weddings. So
Oh
yes,
gosh, let's go, John. Oh my
I
gosh.
know,
And
right?
I'm getting a lot of great feedback that the agents love your firsthand experience with this because it's really amazing to get this live that you were there like 48 hours ago.
Right, right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll
Okay,
give you
Don.
some secrets. Sure,
Now
sure.
we like the little crumbs that you drop.
Right, of
Uh,
course.
Donna's asking, is there any transportation for island tours that can accommodate parties of 12?
So we've got some tours, or there are some things that leave from the property. A very popular tour is Pink Panther Tour, which is like a
Ooh.
safari that goes around the island. It goes to the UNESCO sites. It goes to Devil's Bridge, Betty's Hope, which is a sugar plantation. So you do have we go down into English Harbor. So there are some tours and things like that that leave from the property. They would cater to a party of 12. Yes, that's not a problem. Yep.
Okay.
There's also
And
catamarans that leave right from our beach or that pick up there at our beach. So you don't have to go very far for like a day sail, which is quite popular. It's good to get out on the water and see the island from the water. It's a beautiful view. And then there's quite a few of those that come by or that we'll pick up at the hotel. So that's easy
okay.
enough to arrange as well. Yes.
And Alfina on Zoom saying, just is Orchids the only one that's a $50 surcharge per person?
Yes, there's only one restaurant that is open and it does have a supplement. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
And on that
everything
note,
else is included.
okay, so that's Karen's asking actually just to tie in with that, how are reservations made for dining? Can it be done ahead of arrival?
Um, no, it's not done ahead of arrival simply because there's not really a need to. I mean, even when we're full, we've got enough availability at the resort or with the dining venues that it can be made. All reservations can be made upon arrival or the next morning. Usually every morning we hold it sounds like you're going to school and I never liked it, but we hold an orientation and the guests do come and they really learn and they plan what they want to do for the whole week and sign up for everything at that time. And it really works well. The guests, it doesn't sound appealing, and when they're checking in at the hotel after a long flight or whatever, the last thing they want to do is hear about a spiel about what to see and do in Antigua. So generally, our guest services desk is right there adjacent, and we always encourage everyone to come to our orientation. And they sign up for everything at that time, and it's really never a problem. So yeah,
That's
there's plenty of
great.
availability for spa treatments, anything like that.
And
Yep.
that's important to go. I agree with that. The next day that you get a good feel and they kind of lay the land out for you and help you
Right.
out. Questions are answered there too, right? So
Because we find the travelers now, I mean, it's not all about laying on the beach. I mean, you have plenty of that, sure, but people do want to get out and see the cathedral. They want to see the museums, and there's a lot of activity in Antigua. There's the through the forest. You can zip line. I mean, there's so much to see and do, or like I said, do absolutely nothing at all.
yeah, hey, whichever. Four-wheeling, I love it, Natalie.
Right, right.
Okay, and Donna's asking which resort I believe between the veranda and the pineapple has the most authentic food.
Wow. Well, both of them do have options. Always on the now for breakfast we have a buffet. There's a hot station, there's an omelet station, and but there's also a buffet for the grab and goes who are going out in the day, that kind of thing. The buffet always has a local dish on it. So if you want your saltfish and dukkana, then we've got it. We've got it. We've got all the local foods as well at each of the resorts. The outhouse does always have something local on it as well. So you have local food that is available there at the resort.
Okay, great.
Absolutely.
So Abby, Alfina, a few people on Zoom are asking about top shelf liquor. Is it available and is there a charge for it?
One thing about Pineapple Beach, and that is the difference between Pineapple and Veranda. Pineapple does not have top shelf liquor. No. So Veranda would, if your clients are debating between the two. Pineapple is basically well drinks. I mean, you'll recognize the names, but it is well, yes.
Okay, great. And
Even
Sarah's
at a
asking,
even at a supplement. Now at Orchids, no, you can't. You will get a top shelf liquors there and wines there, yes,
okay.
included.
Let's see here. I just lost it. Oh, Sarah's asking, can you please repeat what part of Antigua the resort is at, where it's located?
We're in the parish of St. Philip, so we are on the northeastern tip of the island near Devil's Bridge.
Okay.
The closest village is Willackeys, which is about 3 miles from the property. Devil's Bridge is the closest landmark.
Okay. Let's see here. Anastasia's asking, what time are the pools open to until? And do they have jacuzzis?
The pools, because of the location of the main pool, it closes at 6 o'clock for dinner.
Okay.
The Tickle Turtle pool um, is going to say 6 o'clock, but there's nobody back there and nobody's going to know.
Okay,
So, and you
fair.
didn't hear from me, but yeah, that one, because of the location of the others, and people are dining, and in the evening, people do. I mean, they don't dress up, but the men will wear we do allow tailored shorts, just no tank tops and flip-flops, things like that. But otherwise, so when you are dining, and you've made the effort. I mean, you've come off the beach, you've taken a shower, and so it's not always pleasant to see people in the pool. So the pools
True.
do shut down when dinner service starts. Yes.
Okay. All right, so we have about 19 questions to go. We're going to get through them, guys. We have about 10 minutes because we know everyone wants to get back to selling elite island resorts. All right, let's see here. Okay, so Karen's asking, good question. Are the reservations required for the poolside cabanas? And if so, is there a charge?
No and no.
Hmm,
No, that's
great.
not been implemented yet. It is just first come, first serve. So that we do not have the cabanas. And like I said, the cabanas around the main pool are fairly new. I mean, we just put them out. So don't know how popular they're going to be yet.
Okay,
So
fair.
no,
It's
we
only
don't have
days.
reservations.
Days. It's happened days ago.
Right.
Marianne's asking, how close is the nearest golf course? Hi, Marianne.
Hi, Marianne. So the golf course is Cedar Valley. It's an 18-hole golf course, and it is about 30 minutes away. It's near St. John's. There's also a golf course at Jolly Harbor that is a 9-hole, and that's going to be a little further even.
Okay. Can a couple of 18-year-olds travel on their own, or do they have to be 21 to check in?
That is a good question. They can travel on their own. No,
Hmm.
we don't require any minimum age at check-in. 16, but again, you have to be traveling with parents at 16. So yes, 18-year-olds could check in.
Okay, and let's see here. So Angela's asking, and great, she wants to get booking this. How far out can the resort be booked? 2 years out, would that be okay? She wants to get booking.
That would be okay. And guys, this property for the winter, festive is I think festive is gone. February is really almost gone. So we've really got to get your bookings in. So no, a year in advance is not too early. We have rates loaded. Now, whether the tour operators carry them or not, but we have them loaded in our system until January 2nd, 2027. So you can make reservations until then through our system. I'm not sure about the tour operators. They may all have different, and again, most of them with air, so they wouldn't be selling land only until air comes out. I would think, a year in advance.
And also for Michelle, solo rates, they can get single traveler rates, no problem.
No problem at all. Right.
Great.
Yeah. And we do get quite a few singles actually. I mean, we're not a singles meat market like thing, but but we do get singles, we do get friends traveling together. We get
Sure.
singles who actually, I mean, they kind of do their own thing. They have their own table in the evening. So singles are welcome, and we've got quite a few who do come
Okay.
and enjoy and have a great time.
And
Yeah.
Dion just said she loves a solo trip. I agree.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's excellent.
Okay, so let's see here. A couple of people are asking what restaurants are open only in the evening.
So, the Italian restaurant only in the evenings and Orchid. So it's just the two. Um, uh, no, the grill, Pineapple Grill is also only open in the evening. So yeah, you do have three that are only open in the evenings.
Okay, and Robin and Daniel are asking on Zoom, how far is the ride from the airport?
The airport's about 30 minutes away.
Okay.
Yeah, about 30 minutes. Taxi is the easiest thing. You'll find, I mean, unless your tour operator is providing and transfers are included, taxi is very easy from the airport. It's also very safe. As I mentioned, our Antigua airport is it's really one of the nicest Caribbean airports you'll see. Very, very modern. Very easy in and out. And the taxi stand is right there. It's a dispatch. It's regulated by the government. You sell them Pineapple Beach Club. You get a written receipt for, I think, $42. And US dollars are accepted easily without a problem. Also, if don't always depend on it, but if you want to pay by credit card the taxi, you can. You may have to ask for that from the dispatch in advance. Otherwise, US currency is accepted, EC currency, obviously. Please, another thing, make sure if you are traveling with US currency, make sure that it's like right out of the ATM. It has to
Yes.
be crisp bills. They have this thing about it can't be cut, it can't be soiled. So please take bills that look like brand new. And there's not an ATM near the property either. So that is another question that does come up. The closest ATM is in English Harbor, and that's going to be 20 minutes away and a taxi fare. So,
Okay.
but again, anything can be billed to your room, and then take some cash for souvenirs, that kind of thing.
John is asking, sorry, Terrence is asking, John, what type of beer do they serve at the beer at the hotel? What's the brand name? Do you know?
Long Bay. Long Bay
Ooh.
beer is the Antiguan beer.
Okay.
Wadadley is also the an Antiguan beer, which is available. What we serve, Long Bay, it is actually brewed right in St. Philip's, right in the same neighborhood. So it
Okay.
doesn't travel very far, and we have it is a good beer. Yeah,
He's sold. He said
a
Terrence has said he's
stout
sold.
and a IPA. So yeah, you've got a nice
Um,
beers.
I've had a couple of people saying, like Christina on Zoom, for example, that they're having trouble getting into the Elite Island page for the travel agent site, your new portal. Is it down or is there a password or anything?
No, now the password is elite, all lowercase. And if you were using it and had saved it from when you visited us a while back, the password has changed. So the password is ELITE, all lowercase.
Okay, there you guys go. Hop
And that
on.
has a lot of information, videos, photography, everything is there.
All right. Let's see. Sarah said this whole thing sounds so exciting. Just had clients asking for it, so she wants to send them there. Perfect. Amy's asking, is there a dress code for any of the restaurants?
Um, we are fairly casual. There are some old requirements that might be floating around that we require long pants for the men. That was a policy at one time that we did require long pants for the men. That has been relaxed. And so, as I said, tailored shorts, closed-toed shoes like a sandal. But even that is become we try to bring it up a little bit from the flip-flops and the tank tops. That's all.
Okay. And let's see here. Um, I guess Cindy's asking, what's the average stay? So is it like 7 days people usually go for? I mean, I would go forever if I could.
Well, you Canadians are always seven, right?
Yes,
And
yes.
then, but North American is usually five,
Yes,
5 nights.
five nights.
Try to have your clients stay over a Sunday.
Okay.
Sunday is so much fun. Sunday is a big festival at Shirley Heights, and Shirley Heights is a lookout. So it's a mountain.
Yep.
And it is a music festival every Sunday afternoon. It starts about 3 o'clock, steel pan, and it sounds like an orchestra. I swear you would think you were at the Boston Philharmonic. I mean,
Mhm.
it's fantastic. And then and they play until sunset. And you're really there for sunset to see that gorgeous sunset over the ships and all the yachts and all that are in English Harbor. So it's a beautiful setting. It was a lookout at one time. So it is a beautiful setting for sunset. And then after sunset, it gets a little lively and a little crazy with some reggae. So it's really a fun time. So we've always got buses going down to Shirley Heights. So if you have guests that are debating on days to go, try to fit them in over a Sunday and make sure you recommend Shirley Heights to them. You'll be their you'll be back. They'll be back for it to see you next year. Trust me.
Just before we take the last couple questions, Casey, Barbara, Kim, they all said they love it there. They can't wait to go back. Let's see here. Okay, just a couple more. Okay, so what? Okay, Okay, so a couple people are asking about. Valerie's asking about requirements to get married, and also somebody else was. Oh yeah, Melissa was asking about Val renewals.
Okay, so those marriage and vow renewals are easy enough. The tourist board will say you can get married the same day, and you can legally. If you are a guest at the hotel and you arrive and you want to get married that day, let's not do that. I mean, we want you for 24 hours to arrange everything, but legally you could get married the same day you arrive. We assist in making all of the arrangements, and generally that is done ahead of time. But our wedding package, as I said, it includes the basics, a cake and champagne, the witness if needed. If you come just the two of you, and no one else is with, why then we have witnesses. But generally, you make friends, and that's another reason you want to be there a day or two and ask someone to stand up for you. It's very simple. The registrar comes out to the property. You do have an appointment in town the day before, so you do need to go into town and do the legal work, the paperwork there. There's stamps that you purchase. That is not included, and I want to say that's like $250 for the paperwork processing and all of that. That you do in town. The ceremony itself then is held on property anywhere that you want. We decorate the site, and all of that is included. As I said, the wedding package is free for stays of 7 nights or longer in a beachfront or higher category.
Okay.
Otherwise, the wedding package, and I believe it's 599 for the wedding package.
Well, that's great.
I'll have to
My
look or
gosh.
send that to me.
So guys, I know it's just about our hours up, but we're gonna just take the last couple of questions. If you need to go and start selling Elite Island Resorts, we get it. Your name has been entered to win the 3 night stay, so you can go. John and I are just gonna do this real quick so you guys can go that want to stay on, but we get it if you have to leave. We don't want
Right.
you
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
All right, let's see here. Um, Okay, you talked about the bedding just really quickly. Tracy's asking, were any more two beds added? Because she, likes to sell to friend groups.
But the
Just
friend groups, they go to veranda.
okay, okay. Good to know.
That's what I mean. I'd like to tell you. We do have a few rooms with two double beds. It's just not something we push. And really only guests who have been there before know that because a lot of tour operators, their verbiage just says one king bed only. So, and that we honestly, we've probably got six in the garden view and maybe six in the beachfront that have two double beds. Not
Okay.
many.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, so Cheryl um, hasn't been on the agent portal for a very long time, and she's having trouble logging her rewards. So is it only if she hasn't booked directly on the site, or is there someone she can reach out to?
Yeah, send me an email. My email address is still there on the screen and I'll get it actioned. Not a
Okay.
problem.
And someone's asking, is the $100 bonus still for booking direct?
Yes. Yes, it is. Now for the Canadians, there is a form you fill out. Please email me again for that. And that is an Amazon card. And no, that does not have to be direct.
But they're also all this information's on Spoiled Agent. It's
It
all
is.
there, whether
Yeah.
it's Canada or US. You just click on it, go to hotels, and click on Elite Island Resorts.
Right.
All right, let's see here. So Christina is, I believe, booking a family with kids, and they're staying for a wedding. So which of the two would you recommend they stay at?
I'm sorry, a veranda for are there children involved?
Yeah, so there's a wedding and they're coming with kids. So which hotels would you recommend
But
they?
the children, obviously, they would be over 16.
Yes.
Well, for children or persons of that age, I still do recommend veranda simply because the guaranteed bedding. You're guaranteed a room with two queen size beds at veranda. I can't do that at Pineapple.
Okay,
So
fair.
if you have families, unless they don't mind sleeping together, which very well may happen at Pineapple.
All right. Um,
Before we go, I have one secret that's just left for the ones that are still online.
ooh.
And I'm not a big fan, so don't stereotype me, but if you're a fan of The Golden Bachelor, the US TV show The Golden Bachelor,
I am.
you might want to start watching it because you might see some familiar sights. I'll let you in. We're really, and I'm looking around like somebody's listening. We're because we're really not supposed to be talking too much about it just yet. But The Golden Bachelor, the episode November 5th and November 12th were filmed in Antigua. Elite Island Resorts was part of that, and we were very, very excited. It's a fantastic project that we were involved in with the tourism authority. And so watch it for some beautiful scenery. You will see some shots. This was all taking place at Pineapple Beach when it was closed. We used the beach. We had full use of the beach, nobody else on the beach.
Ooh.
And so there's quite a few shots that were taken that were at Pineapple Beach in the Golden Bachelor. And again, that's November 5th. That's next Wednesday. And the following Wednesday for the finale, also filmed in Antigua. So it was a pretty big, and we were all under this do not discuss or whatever, I had to sign a waiver. They had to take my camera. It was a big deal. But anyway, so now we can finally talk about it because last night at the roundup of all the women, anyway, they announced that they were going to Antigua next. So yay, it is in Antigua. So if you're a fan or if you're not, just
Yes.
watch it for the scenery and watch it for the beach.
And Susan said she thinks that Married at First Sight season 8 was filmed there too.
Yes, and we had The Bachelorette many, many years ago filmed there
Ah,
at Veranda. Yeah, yeah.
okay. Yep, yep, Susan, that's right. Okay, let's see here. Just another one. Excuse me. Is there a fee to enter English Harbor or Shirley Heights?
Yes, there is. It is a national park, and I want to say it's like 12 US dollars. I'm not sure, but I know that there's a fee. Yes,
Okay,
yes.
fair. Okay, let's see here. I think and okay, just one more. Jennifer's asking what Christmas is like there on Christmas Day.
Oh, all the holidays we celebrate. We'll take all of them plus some. So, yes, Christmas is a big deal. Right now, our staff is all dressed up in Halloween costumes. So we do celebrate all of the holidays. New Year's Eve is fantastic at the resort.
Ooh.
Always a lot of fun. Just a fantastic, if you can get space, Christmas and New Year's is really, really a lot of fun. And so yeah, it's a good time to go. But of course, we decorate for Christmas, and that is all there. Yeah, yeah, the tree, the whole thing, and our Jewish friends are not forgotten. No one's forgotten. We're all all encompassing here at Elite Island Resorts and at Pineapple Beach. I see a question about travel agent rates, and I will address that. We do offer travel agent rates. Our summer rate, which is from May 1 until October 31 is $99 per person per night, and then it goes to $179 per person per night. But again, in the winter months, I just don't have it available very much at all. And in the winter months, it can only be confirmed, I think it's 30 days prior to arrival. So it's nothing that can be pre-planned for the winter months. Otherwise, but summer definitely. And again, summer, May, I mean, that's not really summer. So feel free to check us out at in Antigua.
John, you did great. So everyone's asking still, guys, it's all on Spoiled Agent as well. Just go to spoiledagent.com, click on hotels, and you're going to find everything about all the travel agent rates that you have, blackouts, dates, everything's going to be there for you.
Right,
John, you've
right.
done a great job today. Like holy firsthand
Well,
information.
I'm always available for last minute, but anyway, so nice to have your attention this afternoon. Please do remember us, and we are here for you. And reach out to us anytime you send someone our way. Like I said, I don't care how you get them here, but just send them to Antigua.
You did great, John. And don't forget, everybody, if you want to get down there, check out the rates. If you need a
Yeah,
day pass, contact John or Jessica. And please check out spoiledagent.com, the supplier page for our friends at Elite Island Resorts. Everything's there for you. It's
it's
all
there.
one-stop shop. John, amazing again. I love connecting with you. You're one of a kind, and you've always been a great crowd. We missed Jessica as well today, so hello to Jessica too.
Yep. Thanks, guys.
Bye, everyone. Have a great day.
Bye.